going on, guys? Welcome in another episode of Loncar Live, and it's been a minute since we have had the WeGro team on set. They are back with a vengeance, and you guys know me. As I said multiple times on a number of my last couple of poker streams, I've really trimmed down my crypto portfolio. A few months ago, I think I was holding like 35 coins, something like that. I've really trimmed it down, and I decided to just trim down the stuff that I'm just kind of holding because of this and that, and just, you know, I have a single digit amount of different coins now in my portfolio, and they're coins that I really believe in, and you guessed it, WeGro is one of those coins. Before we get started, before we get all into the juicy, meaty awesomeness of what the WeGro team has been doing lately, the roadmap, upcoming things with the project, I do have to say, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research when investing in crypto and anything at all. And full disclosure, I am, obviously, as I just stated, I am an investor in the project and want that to be known. And yeah, I'm really excited about this project. You know, it's certain projects I'm invested in are projects that I have personal interest in. And this project, if you guys don't already know, is a perfect blend of crypto, blockchain technology, along with medical marijuana and the medical marijuana industry. And I love to hear that this project has combined those two subjects into one. And I'm really excited to talk about upcoming plans and future events coming up here with the WeGro team and things that they've been working on since the last time we had them on a few months back. And yeah, enough of me now. Let's get over to the WeGro team. Without further ado, the WeGro team in the house. Let's get it popping. Let's go. Yo, what's up, guys? The WeGro team in the house. Thanks for coming back, guys. Justin, right there. I see. There we go. Muted mic. There we go. Mic is on. Welcome in, Justin. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. It's good to be back.
So we've got Justin Marr right here. He is the Senior Director of Social Media and Token Security. Let me get a what's up from Rick. Rick, say what's up, man.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Good to be back.
Good, great to have you back. I love the background. So Rick is the COO, the Chief Operating Officer of the WeGro token. Let's get a what's up from Sean.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey. It's funny. Sean was on. We're getting things set up. You guys see the cool background, like the double mirror window effect. He's like, oh, I'm gonna switch it over. I was like, no, keep it. I think it's cool. I know you guys think it's cool too. Sean is the president, CEO of WeGro. And I gotta share this because it's too funny. Sean was like, oh, I'm gonna switch over and get a different background. I was like, no, keep it. It's cool. And then Rick comes on like 2 minutes later. He's like, yo, nice halo, bro. It's like perfect timing. So awesome. But I love it. Thanks for being here, man. I'm excited to talk with you, Sean, and see what else is going on with WeGro as of late. And my main man, Walt. Walt, give me a what's up, brother.
Hey, how's everybody doing this evening? Thank you, Michael, for having us back on. I'm so excited to hang out with you this evening.
Yeah, thanks for coming back, man. And so Walt is the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer of the WeGro token. And these guys have been working hard, man. These guys have been putting in a lot of work and doing their thing and improving the project. And that's what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about the WeGro token, your guys' baby. So talk to me about what has happened since the last time that we had you guys on, I believe in January. It's been a full 2.5 months since you guys have come on. I'll let you guys decide who's taking the torch here and popping off the show with the WeGro knowledge. What have you guys been working on, and what's been happening over the last couple months?
So the biggest thing I want to lead with is that we have expanded our focus. You had so eloquently noted our focus on the cannabis industry and understanding the utility that we are constructing and the roadmap that we have in front of us and the applicability to solve a great more number of problems. We've expanded our focus to the complementary and alternative medicine marketplace or industry, which encompasses not only cannabis, but psilocybin, acupuncture, yoga, wellness in general, and the whole side of self-healing that exists out there today. So our hope as an organization is to, in many ways, solve the white space that exists between the holistic, stay healthy, be well side of the equation and the more traditional health insurance, FDA approved hospitals. That right now there's very little connection points for we as patients, we as individuals, to really holistically understand our health. So we've expanded our focus, and so when we start talking about where we're headed, we are looking to be we look to democratize and provide data sovereignty to the entire CAM marketplace. So that's a mouthful, and it's a lot said behind it. But more specifically, as it relates to the token, we believe that there's more utility in and of itself for use even outside of the continuing and alternative medicine marketplace, everyday functions. And so with that, I'll pass the mic to Sean, who I can tell is chomping at the bit, because we've got so many really great things that we've been working extremely hard on. They're now starting to come together, and now we can start to tell you guys. So we're excited about this. Thanks, Michael.
Awesome. Thank you, Walt.
Well, no, actually, Walt, you really hit a lot of the points that I wanted to talk about. But just to kind of add to that. So WeGro, same tokenomics that you're used to before. It's 5%. It's an 8% total transaction fee. 5% of that is getting immediately redistributed to all the holders of WeGro. The more WeGro you have, the more smart chain reflections you get. So instead of getting remunerated in WeGro, which could cause downward selling pressure if someone wanted to sell their tokens, you're getting remunerated in smart chain BNB. So that's that hasn't changed. 1% goes directly into liquidity on Pancake Swap, raising the relative price floor. And then the remaining 2% is put into supply chain businesses, not necessarily just, cannabis supply chain business, but supply chain businesses like data companies, more specifically, and point of sale companies, places where we can extrapolate more data. That's really where we see the value with what we're trying to do by creating an environment in which people can share the data that they want to share and keep the data they want to keep private in a CAM setting which encompasses so many forms of healthcare, so many different ways in which this interactivity can help benefit not only someone's health, but maybe even possibly their financial position as well, or at least be able to organize these things and finally be remunerated for the data that you give away currently now, or at least benefit from it within our ecosystem. And so that's what WeGro is really kind of extended itself out to now that we're not just relegating ourselves or painting ourselves into a corner, which is historically a problematic place to just be, whereas the broader spectrum of overall CAM healthcare, I think, is probably a better focus for us, and has really, I think, the technology and what we've been doing behind the scenes of WeGro has kind of led us in that direction, and it's the probably it's the best path for us. So we're really excited about that new transition, and it's going to mean a lot for the ecosystem to expand what the community's worth is by expanding the different possibilities with going in the data company and point of sale company route, which I think is again the best path for us. So
nice, I love that. That's the key word here. Obviously, is expanding, and obviously that's the number one thing that I had friends and family and online friends, if you will, message me about the last time that you guys came on. That was the number one thing that people said was like, wow, like these guys are really smart. You can these guys are top-notch intelligence, and you can hear it when they speak, and it's a very interesting project. And obviously when you put a bunch of smart minds, intelligent people together, obviously, like you said, you realized, okay, let's branch out and not just be in a tiny little niche of a market. Let's branch out into a much broader market and something that kind of hits home with everyone, which is obviously healthcare. And that's there's not one person in the world that isn't affected by medicine and healthcare and whatnot. So that's awesome to hear that you guys have come to this conclusion, of expanding out. I love it.
I got to get you to talk to my wife and tell her how smart we are.
Honey, did you hear me? Did you hear Michael? Let me go back to 6 minutes and 22 seconds. Yeah, man, that's great. Good stuff. So, yeah. This is your guys' floor. You tell me who wants to speak next. Rick, you got a little something or what?
Yeah. So what I'll say is that we spent the last 12 weeks, and believe it or not, it's been 12 weeks since we launched. And a lot of this was about testing the utility function. I'm sure a lot of people knew about or experienced the fork that we had back in January. I'll let Justin talk a little bit more about that. But what that 12 weeks has allowed us to do is really do not only the proof of concept, but establish what we're building under WeGro Link. And that is the project name for the data utility that we're giving back to the consumer part of the industry. So it's not just the patient, it's not just the consumer, it's you as an individual. And that Link program is actually being laid down right now. In that same 12 weeks, we're now laying down our QuantSafe CAM network, which is part of a Hyperledger fabric. This is allowing us to actually build exactly what we said we set out to do back in the fall last year. So it may seem like a lot, it may not seem like enough to others, but we're moving extremely fast at this point. And again, it goes back to 12 weeks allowed us to iterate. It allows us to improve the contract with the fork. It allowed us to really understand the utility that we're building into the token, as well as, believe it or not, a highly functioning NFT behind that. So, we can get into that a little bit deeper as we get through our project timeline. But the one thing I'm going to let you know is what our project Alpine, as we're calling it, is that level 2 blockchain that we're building right now.
Dang. Okay. Dang. Level 2 blockchain, NFTs. I like those keywords I'm hearing right now, man. That's awesome. You guys definitely are expanding. Dang. Okay. I see you guys, WeGro. Nice. That's amazing. And so let's talk a little bit about the roadmap. Let's talk about again what's happened over the last couple months specifically, and future plans that you guys have. I'm gonna pull up the stuff right here. Which one of you want to take the helm here and talk about upcoming things and upcoming roadmap stuff?
Justin, you want to hit the fork just to get it out of the way?
Yes. Yeah. Excuse me. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna hop in there just to kind of piggyback. So when we did that fork, what was it, about a month or so ago? We did it strategically. So we talked with the team and we said, "Hey guys, you need to upgrade this contract for everything else you're building in the background." And to be able to do that, we're going to have to fork this contract at one point in time or the other. And forks aren't really necessarily a bad thing. I know they get like a negative connotation in the industry because you hear about the horror stories where a project said they're forking and the development team pulls the liquidity out and then they never put it into the next token and they just run off with the money. So there's always that negative connotation to it to begin with. And I said, we're going to have to do this at one point in time or the other. And to be frankly honest, as we start building out more and more tech into this project, we're probably going to have to fork again at some point down the line. And so we said, either we do this fork now when we have 200 or 300 or 400 holders, or we do it when we have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 holders. And now the process behind it gets more complicated because now there's more people that we have to cater to. So we have to make a decision. Do we do it right now and do all the contract upgrades? And we actually did some tokenomic upgrades to the holders too, because we listened to our community. So one of the upgrades that we did for the holders in particular was when we launched the contract on the first time, you had to hold 100,000 tokens just to be able to collect reflections. And that's because 100,000 tokens at our launch was roughly about $90 to get in at launch. And that only got you 0.00001% of the total circulating supply. So you weren't really collecting a lot of reflections anyways. It was pennies of reflections on, normal days just for buying that 100,000. So the tokens were getting burnt. The reflections were getting burnt. On December 31st of this last year, on New Year's, we burnt 1 billion tokens. And we're going to keep doing that. We've done that now through some of the buybacks that we've done as well. So the token supply came down. So I said, hey guys, this is a perfect opportunity. We need to do the contract upgrades for security purposes to be able to build the tech that you're doing and to work with it. And now when we do this fork, now we can change the contract code to make it so that you own one token and you can start collecting reflections. Whereas before, the barrier to entry was 100,000. And so at launch, it was $90, but as our price went up, getting 100,000 tokens it got more and more expensive to get that 100,000. So we made those decisions strategically for those reasons to say, A, we know we need to do these upgrades. B, we can enhance benefits to the existing holders who have come in or new holders that are coming in. And so we said, let's do it now when we only have to airdrop 300-400 people rather than 3,000 or 4,000. Because the problem with forks is it's messy. It's always messy, no matter what you do and the stipulations behind it. We have to then get you into, you're going to see now two tokens in your wallet that both have the same name. And you have to figure out which one's the real one. Both of them say they don't have any value until we put liquidity into the next one. And so it's a learning curve. We have to get you to, add in the new contract address to your wallet, identify which one is the real one, and which is the one that's the old token that we can't kill, that's worthless. Now, the reason why we couldn't kill it in this respect is that we had a little hiccup with the fork, is that somebody actually pushed liquidity into the contract. So somebody bought 35 BNB worth of the token and then took 35 BNB and unbeknownst to us, decided to stake it into the liquidity pool to earn extra fees. We have no idea who this person is to this day, but when we decided to snapshot and do the hard fork, we pulled all that liquidity out and there was still 35 BNB in there. That old token still has, pennies of value in it. We can't kill it. And so I know that was a lot of the complications, with the fork. But again, that's why I said we do it when we have 300 or 400 holders, where there's 300 or 400 people that we have to then take direct messages, emails, text messages. We're getting hit up by a lot of people to answer their questions and concerns. You don't want to do it down the line when there's 3,000 or 4,000, because now it's just too much to do that customer service, to handhold everybody through it, to update their wallets so they make sure that A, they got their airdrop, they didn't get left behind, they can understand which token is the real one to trade, all of those different factors. So forks are sometimes not the cleanest thing to do, but they're necessary. It's just like, I use the example of my iPhone. I've been through 12 different iPhones now, and every month Apple is asking me for another update. That's what a fork is. It was purely a contract upgrade. There was no other reason behind it besides that.
I knew I forgot to tell you guys something. I knew I forgot to tell you guys about that liquidity drop that I did right there. So what, that person hasn't contacted you guys and reached out to you guys or anything?
We've tried.
Still, to this day, we have no idea who it was. We're still asking them to pull those tokens out of the liquidity pool, so that way we can essentially, that's the only way to kill a token, is there has to be no liquidity in it, because then it has no trading value. And we even had people sending us their tokens so that we could sell them to try to pull the liquidity out that way. That's what we call a hard fork. And still, every time we would sell it, people were thinking they were getting some great deal, that they were buying this huge dip on a project that they believed in. So they would throw in $5 or $10, and then we would sell $5 or $10 worth of tokens, and then someone else would buy $5 or $10. It was a battle. And then we're like, you know what? We just can't kill this thing even if we want to. So that old token iteration still exists to this day until that person decides to pull the liquidity. And who knows if they ever will. I mean, we've put updated versions. We said, here's the real contract code. That other one is the older version that doesn't have, again, the enhancements that we need for the payment processing solutions and everything we're doing. That's why we did it early on, instead of waiting till the project started to build and get more holders, because then it becomes even messier. Now we're talking, 4,000 or 5,000 people that we have to explain over and over again why we did it.
Which, as uncomfortable as it makes people doing a fork, it actually was a very positive thing for us. We had 1,008 BNB come out that went in that was there in liquidity. 1,008 BNB came back out, but then we took an additional 70 BNB, and we're doing matching buys for the transition to kind of keep things going. And it pushed our price back up, and it's still hanging. And it's been the whole thing has actually been a very positive thing for the community, as well as now the people who didn't have $1,000 with the WeGro are now seeing reflections. So we were able to address some really key issues while still making it a positive thing. So I think overall it was very much a success.
Nice. Yeah, forks are very interesting. It's always interesting when projects do forks, and obviously there's some bumps, but you guys seem to have done it well, and I'm sure you guys learned a few things from it, and hopefully calling Mr. 35 BNB, please stand up. Yeah, that's interesting. It'll be interesting to see if that guy ever gets a hold of you guys or pulls it out. That'll be interesting to see what happens with that, because it's been a minute now, right? How long has it been since the fork exactly?
Probably a month and a half now.
It's been a minute. Okay.
I think so. We still have no idea who he is or why he did it. I mean, I've seen liquidity farming pools and different things before, but not from just a random sole person. I've never seen that before. So.
Interesting.
If you're out there, feel free, go ahead and pull out the rest of that liquidity, and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, seriously. Well, hopefully that happens. Hopefully soon. Okay, so what's next? What's next with you guys? What do you guys want to talk about next? This is your guys' floor, man. This is your guys' floor, and I'm just as excited as I know a bunch of people are in the chat. I know I have a few friends who are investors in this project, and they're in the chat, and I'm excited to hear more, guys. Keep it going.
Well, it might be a good time to talk about our buy now button that we're working on for the website. We've full working models of our buy now button. We have been working very diligently with our dev team, deploying it on the test net to just check security, make sure everything's going to work good, getting beefed up for security on our website, and kind of choreographing some of the things that need to happen on our end with our banking partner to kind of get everything up and running. And pleased to say we have working prototypes, and we are not far off. Once everyone's satisfied that everything is the way that we want it to be, everything looks the way we want it to look, and functions the way we need it to function every time. Once everyone's satisfied that is the case, we are going to go ahead and release that, and that will help people a lot for the people who are running the roadblocks trying to buy the token through the wallet. If you're hitting any problems using MoonPay or Simplex, this will help address some of those problems and give you another place in which you can purchase crypto to purchase WeGro. So this will really kind of make it a lot easier process than having to go to PancakeSwap and adjust slippage and things of that nature. We'll be able to simplify this process down and have it to where it's a much more fluid user experience. And so we're looking forward to that coming, and it is coming very soon. We want to make sure we're releasing the product that we feel good about, that we stand behind. So expect to see some updates on that very soon, but definitely some progress there from our dev team, and they all work very hard around the clock on this, and just very fortunate to have such a wonderful team there. They've done a great job with this.
Nice. Love to hear it, man. Awesome.
If I might be able to jump in from a marketing,
Walt, take the stage.
Yeah.
Love it when you're on, man. Take it away.
So from a marketing perspective, I just kind of want to weave a thread here, and for your audience to maybe paint a little bit of a picture, the commonality and some of the things that, some of these actions that we've done, and some of these huge, quite frankly, huge lifts of resources and time that have been put in, and what makes them in many ways similar. It's not probably obvious to somebody who doesn't work inside our four walls, virtually or otherwise, on a day-to-day basis. But I talk about this a lot on different podcasts and AMAs and speaking opportunities, that our brand, who we are, WeGro, is more than the sum total of the things that we do. It truly is the heart and soul of our organization. And the individual basis.
There we go. Okay, you froze up there for about 10 seconds. Give us what you said there for the last 10 seconds. You froze up for about the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, we lost for a little bit.
Are we better? Is that
We're
better
good.
now?
You're totally good. Just the last 10 seconds.
Cool. So our whole focus here is impact driven, and around that, profits for a purpose, if you want to use a buzzword, so even the actions that we take as an organization internally and these things that we're doing, the common thread is, when it came to the fork, not only was it to enhance our security, but it was very much focused on what the community was asking for. Why can't I, who only hold one share or token of WeGro, why can't I see the reflections? So we answered that by going through that process. We listened to our community when it came to their desire to be a part of this. And we've since gone back to the drawing board, worked very diligently and very hard. By no means an easy lift if you're to be sitting again here in these virtual walls. And now we're releasing, in many ways, what we're calling our easy button, and very Amazon-esque style shopping cart experience where, the end user would be more accustomed to buying. It's very challenging, as many people know, entering into the decentralized crypto world, making purchasing decisions and even going through the mechanics of doing so is often challenging and confusing and dissimilar to any other experience that we've been exposed to. So we listened to our community and we jumped in and worked hard to develop a solution to it. And so as you're going to start to see, and even answering to the larger questions of our roadmap and where we're headed, everything that's a part of what we are, who we are, what we purport to be as a community, is about making an impact and changing lives. So we're very excited about all these changes that are coming about. We got even more to talk to you about, but I just wanted to paint that picture because it really is a thread of who we are and what we try to put out there as an organization.
Love it.
And I guess just to piggyback off of what Walt was saying too, and again, really going into this tech that we've built out, to kind of show how it's a game changer. I mean, you look at specifically on the B2B side, most people go to Binance to try to get BNB, but 7 states in the United States ban it. I'm currently in one of them, in Connecticut. And so I have to look at other means to be able to get into BNB tokens. Having this is so radical and changing that you can have one click buy to be able to get into a BNB token, that we actually have other projects that are coming to us saying, how do I buy that tech from you? How do I lease it from you? Which is just another added revenue source to the WeGro platform. And so, when you have other token projects that are looking at you saying, when that comes online, can I buy it from you? Can I lease it from you? Like, that just shows you the difference that it's making in that respect, because especially in this crypto space, there's a barrier to entry because there's a learning curve for most people. It's not like you open up a Robinhood account and I can go buy AMC stock tomorrow. Like, there's hoops and jumps you got to go through to just understand swaps and different exchanges. And like, how do I even get these tokens to begin with, to then swap it to these other tokens? Like, they're not the easiest things to be able to purchase. And so eliminating that barrier to entry, eliminating that learning curve, it's not only going to help WeGro, but it's going to help the rest of the tokens in the industry. And now, again, WeGro is going to benefit a lot from that because we own the technology and we're going to be, leasing or selling that technology to other tokens that want to bring it to market.
That's got to feel good. That's gotta feel good when you build something and you got multiple projects reaching out to you like, yo, how can I do that? Can I buy that from you, please? That's awesome. Nice work, guys. Love to hear it. Yeah, it's
Well, I think inherently too, it's more valuable. What we're creating as this data operating system essentially is what it is. That is blockchain based. So the inherent value to that, to other projects looking to build future on our block, there's a value to their own community, to their own token that they're building, and it really doesn't matter what type of token it is. If there can be daily transactions that you can do using the token through either our banking partners or through their own, but accumulating that data and having that be a source of of value and worth for their own token, that creates something that no other block is really addressing. To be able to do so in a scalable manner with fast transactions and be able to do so in a way that benefits either their company or their community. And anyone that comes onto our block will have that choice and be able to figure out how to curtail and make their business optimize it and not throw away the value of their own data, which they're currently doing today.
nice. Yeah, this is exciting stuff, man. This is really exciting stuff. It really is. You guys are, there's no doubt about it, right? There's so many projects, there's so many crypto things out there, but the things that you guys are talking about are things that, to me, are what make specific crypto projects very valuable. Seriously, talking about just everything you guys have been talking about. You guys are getting me really excited. You guys have been doing great work, obviously, and going down the right path and understanding more and more, it seems like, what makes a crypto project valuable and what makes something go up in price, obviously, and adding the utility and just hearing the keywords.
Yeah,
layer 2 blockchain and a couple of things you're talking about are really catching my attention.
Yeah, I think you said something I think is good to us to note about how there's so many different cryptocurrencies out there. So there was over 7,000 cryptocurrencies that launched just last year. Out of all of those, and I think it was either Bloomberg or Forbes gave us this number a couple of weeks ago. So it was in between the last time we spoke to you. So we actually have the data on it. 7% of tokens that launched in this space last year had some sort of function or utility. We fit inside that 7% as a small segment that are actually building not only just utility, but are building support and revenue streams behind the scenes by building an actual business around it. It's not just the token itself. So we're inside that segment.
Let's clarify something. We are building a business, and that's also why we have WeGro data, because we have the business that's encapsulating this. That's the real opportunity around the data and the utility and having our own security built on our own blockchain. And that's something that it was kind of lost in translation, I think the first probably 6 weeks of this project. And what's really key about this is that, we're not pulling, we could have easily pulled money out of liquidity at the fork to fund our project. And we didn't. What we did was we kept everything as we promised, and we started our own Reg D fundraise. We're actually raising capital in our C Corp, specifically to create these enhancements and build our protocol stack directly to WeGro Alpine. We're using all their R&D from last year through now to actually be able to lay down the public finance portion of the Hyperledger fabric and being able to integrate the private blockchain of Corda and being able to integrate consensus and proof of work over the next 3 quarters. So it's truly building a real company around what we set out to build in the first place. And I think that's something that people kind of fail to recognize when they see all of these coins and tokens. And even some of the big mainstream tokens, they're still just coins. That's all it is. There's no company around it. It is a currency only, or here's your one utility. And there's no opportunity to actually, I guess, be part of the project, but really invest in the overall company as well. And I think that's something that really sets us apart.
Awesome. What month did WeGro come out? It wasn't that long ago.
December 15th is when we first launched, I believe.
That's crazy. So you guys are so infancy stage still, and you guys are just obviously. It's amazing to hear what you guys have done in such a short period of time. What, 4 months? That's incredible. Mm-hmm. Dang. Okay.
And we'll say there was a lot of R&D behind that launch. Obviously 6-7 months behind that. But yeah, we're still so early in this. 12 weeks in on the token alone. And despite seeing all these other altcoins going down, you see us either trading sideways or upwards, whereas the rest of the market's going down 12, 13, 20, 25%, depending on what you're looking at. We're either staying right where we're at or we're going up still. And yes, we're still dependent on the price of Binance. And that's just one of those things when you have a token on another blockchain. But we're not going to have that problem when our own blockchain's up. We're going to be able to keep those gas fees down. We're going to be able to have our own security and not be dependent on somebody else's price. So now you're going to see the real value, the real utility, and put that money back in your pocket.
I want to talk as much about what you just said as you can, because that's massive for people that understand crypto. What you just said right there in the last 20 seconds. You guys are going to have your own blockchain soon. You're not going to be dependent on BNB. What more can you share about that? Because that right there is massive. There's no other way to say it. Please indulge anything you can on that, because that's huge.
So I mean, that is a huge advantage when we do our next fork, which hopefully I'm pretty sure that will be our next one, is to over to our own coin native. At that point in time, it will be our own block, and we won't be riding on the price of BNB, which makes up 50% of our value right now. So. When you see BNB going up and down, WeGro a lot of times going up and down. If you don't, see any sells, but it's, or if you see some sells, but it's still going up and you don't really know what that's about. Well, a lot of times that's just the value of BNB going up. Or down, if for that matter. And we won't be directly linked to that. Now, we don't expect to be insulated from any overall world market trends that might be happening. If people are pulling out of investments altogether, we don't always expect to be there, but we're going to fare better than where we're at now. Just given the nature of our blockchain and what we're bringing, I believe what we're bringing to the table. Don't want to talk too highly about our own company, but there's an inherent value and honestly a real game changer behind collecting multiple nodes of data in a fast, compact, and scalable block, and that's what we're tackling. And we've actually made some really great progress there, and it's not hypothetical anymore. It's being laid out and it's being done right now. So I see this being a large value that's just kind of not really comparable to what you see on the market right now.
That's awesome, man. That's so cool. And I'm over here looking at the for those of you, and exclamation point WeGro in the chat, guys. Exclamation point WeGro. I'm putting that right now. All the links right there for WeGro. We got the Twitter, the Instagram, the Telegram, the Discord, the Facebook, and what I'm looking at right now, the WeGroCoin.com. And let me just pan over to this real quick. Let me go screen grab. Boom, boom. Give me 1 second right here. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm just taking a look here at the roadmap. Taking a look at the roadmap. Scene grab. There it is. And as you see right here, you can find this at WeGroCoin.com. Q1 coming to a close here soon. Blockchain development start, just like we're talking about. Blockchain operations system development and partner integration. And then coming up for Q2, as you heard Sean and Rick talking about the WeGro data. First debit and wallet approved, consumer dispensary engagement application, and then the WeGro coin listing on additional exchanges. Okay. So what can you guys share with this info right here?
Oh,
a lot of information coming very soon about that. But that being said, expect some exchanges happening, even sooner than later. And we have a really ambitious plan that we're going to start executing on. As Rick alluded, we could have went in and pulled money out of liquidity to fuel some of these things, but we see this as a more direct trajectory for us to have kind of done things the way that we're doing it, and not really take from the community to pursue these things. But yeah, we're putting a lot into new exchanges and expect to see WeGro in a lot more places and folded into other ecosystems that you haven't seen before. So no hype, just keep watching over the next few weeks and you'll see.
Dang. Got me excited, man. Yeah, and Wiz Krypton in the chat says this project and team is next level. WeGro is an actual business in the crypto world. And I think that's important. Like you said, there's so many coins out there. The flavor of the week, the Dogecoin this, the come rocket that, whatever you will. And there's not a lot of utility. There's not a lot of utility. People like to chase price and this and that, but obviously I think it's important to find coins like this that have a business model and a long-term plan and lots of utility and continuing to grow, continuing to add. I've loved everything you guys have said thus far.
Well, I want to jump in on that. And that's one of the other differentiators. If you're to start even just doing a quick scan of the marketplace, many times it's really difficult to understand, especially when you're talking about tokens and coins, who's behind them. Is it a real team? Do they exist? Is this a fake name, fake caricature? What is this? If you go to our website very quickly, you're going to find out we're a fully doxed team. You can find us all on LinkedIn. We're very proud of the team that we've put together. So to the point of forming a business, there's a real business behind this. We have serial entrepreneurs, including actually everybody on this panel tonight is a serial entrepreneur, has had multiple businesses, multiple successful businesses, and is coming at the building and the focus of WeGro from those levels of expertise, having executed prior the building of other successful businesses, bringing that knowledge in their specific and respective areas to launch this off the ground. So to the speed at which you're starting to hear the amount of work that we're doing, it's some of it is quite frankly because we've got a rock star team that really knows what they're doing and can really fly. It's really difficult if you've got a bunch of people that are really learning what they're doing to then try and launch a company on top of that. We've got veterans, and this ain't our first rodeo, and we're setting this up for some extreme success because all of us on this team have seen what that can look like, but now understand the mechanics of how to effectively execute that. And again, to the point of it happening, it's not a one-man band, it's not a one-man show. We've got some rock stars, and it's only in a team atmosphere that we can ever make this happen. Truly, we've been to coin blessed flat out with our team, from everybody from our founder and our CEO and our president, Sean, to Rick, to Justin, and you're only seeing a couple of faces on this tonight, and on a day-to-day basis, I think we're up to almost 19, 20 individuals, and then probably closer to 40, 50 with contractors and teammates that are pushing this bus down the road every single day. So again, to that point, it's the whole WeGro family, it's the whole WeGro team, it's our community that helps push this along as well. It's not without them blowing wind in our sails, talking about us to their friends, spreading the word. And to that point, I wouldn't be doing my job as a marketing guy if I didn't mention that we also have an official way to join us on this journey and become a member of our community. We've started a full-fledged ambassador program. We're working with a organization named Social Toaster, who has an ambassador platform. It's made specifically for this. It allows people to spread the word, basically, about WeGro, and be and in doing so, be rewarded for that. So it's we make it a lot of fun. We try to make it as low key as possible and enjoyable. But at the same time, we wanted to have something in place. We've got a lot of people that are very excited about what we're doing. We want to make sure they were taken care of. Again, going back to our focus on the community and our impact, we want to thank people for spreading the word about us. It doesn't go unnoticed. It's a big deal to us. So, taking your hard-earned dollars and throwing them into a project is one commitment, and then spreading the word about it's a whole nother commitment. So we feel that means a great deal to us. So very excited about that. I would tell your audience to check out our website. Our website, again, has information on where they can join our Social Toaster program. Very simply, though, if they want to check it out while they're listening, we don't have it in. I'll drop it in the chat, and you can post it into the stream for your audience.
Yes, I'm actually trying to find it right now. I'm scrolling through you guys'. I'm scrolling through the Twitter page because I saw that tweet not that long ago, and I did retweet it about the ambassador program. I'm trying to locate it right now. I saw that, and I'll get that link here, put in the chat real soon. I'll find it. If you want to put it in, we'll get that in. So yeah, that's awesome. Awesome you guys have a referral program like that. Like you said, people, it's nice to have rewards for people spreading the word that believe in the project. That's awesome.
Well, and real quick, because I have to kind of interject this just to keep the lawyers happy. Obviously, you got to do your statement in the beginning, and we have to do ours as well. But the reason why the community benefits from WeGro isn't the company. If you want to invest in the company, get a hold of Rick and talk to them about investing in WeGro data, because that is a company that is designed to do a raise and to do so under proper channels. WeGro coin, the token as of now is a cryptocurrency token, and there's benefits to having it through the tokenomics as we evolve into our own blockchain and ecosystem that people can participate in and control their own data in. They benefit simply by the function of WeGro itself, which is kind of the cool thing about it is, just by using WeGro, you're incentivized to hold, because obviously you receive more back. The more you have, the more you receive back for tokenomics and volume. So as the WeGro wallet and the debit card gets released and volume is increasing, then you're going to see more reflections from that. But they're also incentivized to use the token, and because every time they use it, they're building their data. The data that's normally they're giving away to other people, and simply by the function that by the way the software is designed, and in pursuit of our AML practices, we are actually the community itself is benefiting from those transactions by really acquiring the worth of their data. So if somebody wants that data, it has to be the holder has to be remunerated for it, and that simple thing builds the worth not only of the community of the individual but the community itself. And I think it makes it just a really cool thing. The more that goes into the 2% wallet, the more data companies, the more point of sale companies, which equals more data, which we can link that data to other data points within our own community and make that data even more valuable, as well as the increased benefit from the increased volume and just by doing transactions, these businesses doing transactions in WeGro and accumulating the data from those transactions, which benefits themselves as well as the community. It's a byproduct, essentially, the benefit. And I just think that makes it really cool. So
it's a massive web. It's a massive web, all connected. That's awesome. And here it is right here. This is the link. Thank you for putting it in the chat. Shout out to Rod Zeno and my boy Ghost of M. So WeGro.io. socialtoaster.com. This is the WeGro Ambassadors link. Where, if, like I said, if you guys believe in the project, you guys love the project, you want to spread the word about the project, become an ambassador, there is the website link right there, and that is in the chat. There we go. I love it. Good stuff, guys. So obviously, you guys, man, it's like a full-time job for you guys. I know the stuff you guys are talking about is, it's not just a couple hours a week, man. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about the personal. We talk about the logistics, this and that, and the numbers, but let's take a step back and talk about the personal aspect of this. Obviously, this is like
Rick needs.
It's a full-time job now, I imagine, for you guys. There's a lot of stuff you guys are doing to make this stuff happen.
Rick needs a vacation. That's foremost. That's been the talk here lately, and I'm just gonna kind of single you out, Rick, if you don't mind here. But he's been working around the clock. I can always count on getting a hold of him if I need him. He'll a lot of times he'll be going till 10, 11, even past midnight. They just came back from Boston, expanding the WeGro B2B work that we're doing right now, and kind of expand the WeGro data and everything that we're doing there. And they Walt and Rick and everyone on the team burn the candle at both ends. And I think a lot of the talk now is when is Rick going to get some time off? And the answer is never, if we have anything to say about it.
Never. Slave. Work. Keep going.
Yeah, and I guess I'll even just say from my experience. So when I met these guys back in May of last year, I was leaving a project that had burnt me out in the crypto space. And I said, I think I'm just going to retire. And before this, I was a financial advisor for 13 and a half years. And I said, you know what? Sean reached out to me and I said, maybe I'll take a call with you. Maybe I'll be an investor and a supporter in that regard, but I don't know if I'm going to join because I'm just that burnt out, because these projects do take a lot out of you. And I had a call with him and Walt for about maybe an hour and a half. And afterwards I said, this is totally different than everything else in this space. And by the end of the call, I said, I went from I'm retiring from this space to how do I jump on board? And when we talk about this is a full-time job, I left my firm in October as a financial advisor just to do this full-time. So it takes a lot of time and effort, but we know that we're building something that's huge. And so you have to kind of just burn all the bridges behind you and go all in. And so that's just me from my personal experience. And I know these guys are working 10 times harder than I am in the background. So that's just me.
I like the poker reference right there. Just go all in. I like that. Nice. Walt, talk to me.
So I'm sitting here quietly because I've got one example that would kind of encapsulate the work-life balance right now, and that is, it was over this past weekend. Rick and I were in Boston at a very important couple of meetings, and it was about 12:30 at night, and we're walking from our meetings back towards, I think at that point, the hotel. And he looks and turns to me and he goes, "We're off now, right? Like the day's over. Like we're done work."
12:30.
Right. And like both he and I needed to clarify that. And that's the point. Like we work so much, this is so much a part of our lives. It really is a 24/7 around the clock endeavor. And some of us are beating it, even harder, to the point that Rick needs a vacation sometime soon. But really, our whole heart and soul, I also had another business when I started this venture. I am completely 100% solely focused on this. It really truly is all encompassing, and it is everything you absolutely use that reference, because that was a great reference.
Going all in.
Yeah, burn the bridges all in.
That's right.
I think you froze again, Walt, but I think we got the sentiment.
Yes. Yeah. So so Rick, talk to me. You need a vacation, brother. Where you want to go, man?
It was funny. We were talking about this earlier today. You know, you hear it one time, hey, you look a little tired. You hear it a second time, well, maybe I need to get a good night's sleep. You hear it 5 times in one day, and 20 in a period of a week. I might need to take the hint. This really has been full time for everybody. It's been more than full time. It's not just a passion project. It's we realize that we're accelerating this company to have a real impact, and that's just really, really cool. It's just like it's great to be part of this group of guys and girls. It's great to see how we're expanding out. I love the fact that we've been able to get such solid and real accomplished individuals, and we're building such a diverse team. We have people international from Belgium and Denmark. We've got people coming from all races and nationalities, and this isn't just the old white boys club anymore. This is it's a scary thing when you hear 8% of the non-white male, non-urban high-rise population being segmented into this tiny little bucket. And it's because they don't have access to the education. Because they don't know how to go through it. It's why we developed the Easy Button. It's why WeGro University is being born out of this. I think in solving our own problems, we're going to be able to solve a lot of problems for the industry on whole. And when you can help somebody understand there's a difference between blockchain and cryptocurrency, and a difference between a coin and a token, and people start getting it, it becomes, it really does show that we are in the 4th industrial revolution. We're moving to Web 3.0. This is, credit cards have been around. Digital currency has technically been around for close to almost 90 years. Just teaching people that when you put your money in the bank, that money doesn't stay in the bank. It immediately goes out. It's being loaned to somebody else. It's, you're making nothing off of it. The whole reason why we're doing this is to decentralize that and create the power behind owning your data and owning your wealth. So despite the fact that apparently I need a vacation and a good night's sleep, it's totally worth it.
Hard work pays off. Love it, man. I love it. Yo, Ghost, do me a favor, Ghost. I know you're out there. Please clip that. That's the clip right there. That's got a little chills right there. That's good stuff. Appreciate that, man. Keep doing the work, and I'm sure in time, I'm sure in a couple of years, you'll get that vacation, Rick. Don't you worry. Awesome, guys. Well, obviously, this was your guys' floor, and it's been fascinating hearing about. If I were to guess, like if you would have just like given me a vision of this podcast right here, episode, show, whatever you want to call it, right when the last one ended in January, I would have said, oh, so obviously this is like at least 7 or 8 months down the road. The fact that this is just 2 months later, it's obvious that you guys have been putting in the work and haven't been sleeping much and been going full blast with this. So hats off to you guys. And on that note, is there anything else that you guys want to touch upon here in the 4th quarter of the stream that we haven't talked about already, that you guys can think of that you haven't talked about yet?
Just one last thing. The WeGro team is going down to Bitcoin 2022 down in Miami.
Hey, when is that?
Yeah, April 6th to the 9th.
Oh, sick.
So count on seeing us there. Actually, some of our guys, and maybe possibly even me, will be down at Benzinga less than 10 days later. So if you're down there for Bitcoin 2022, come down and see us. We'll be there putting in some work and talking to people. So come down, see us, and look forward to seeing everyone who can make it.
Awesome, good stuff, man. I've always wanted to go to one of those. My wife's never been to South Beach, so I'm gonna have to see if I can make some magic happen. That's in 2 weeks. I'm gonna have to see if I can do a little something.
Well, I'll at least leak this. I'll at least leave your audience with this last tidbit, and we'll tease your audience with this. We will be announcing some very interesting and mind-bending. Oh, there goes my connection.
No, you're good.
Okay. Sorry, we're going to have some amazing news that we're going to be dropping while we're in Miami. There's some incredible partnerships and things that we've put together and are again working very hard in the background. So you're not going to, if you can get to Miami, please come.
Nice. I love it. I love it. Yes, and Wiscripton says in the chat, what will 2 more months look like from now? That's a great question right there. I like that. Hell yeah. Well, this has been great, guys. It's been great catching up, and thanks for coming on. And yeah, and I'm gonna tell all you guys, the viewers out there in the chat. I know a bunch of you use Twitter quite a bit. Make sure that you click on, it's right there in the chat, twitter.com/WeGrowCoin. Turn their notifications on all, so that every time they tweet, you get notified. And with all the up and coming stuff, I'm guessing that you will not be disappointed with the new notifications and news coming up on the WeGrow team. And again, all of their links are right there in the chat for you guys to check out. And also, I'm going to type it in one last time, the WeGrow.social toaster. I like it. I like that. That's a nice ring to it. Social toaster. WeGrow.com social toaster for you guys that are a believer in this project, a lover of this project, and want to do some spreading of the word of the project. Become an ambassador. Click on that link and become an ambassador of WeGrow and get some rewards on top of it. So good stuff, guys. Yo, keep up the hard work. Maybe Rick can go down to the Bitcoin conference and maybe stay just one extra day and get a little mini vacation down there in Miami. Maybe that can happen. Maybe not. We shall see. But awesome, guys.
That day's a Sunday, so we'll let him. We'll let it fly. Just teasing. Yeah, he's due. We owe you, Rick.
Good stuff, guys.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for this opportunity once again. This has been a blast, and thank you to your audience for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks a ton, guys. Sean, Walt, Rick, Justin. Shout out to all 4 of you. Keep doing the great work, and I'm looking forward to having you guys on in a month or two and see what's popping in a month or two. And obviously, I'm now not going to even be surprised when you guys continue to take more leaps and bounds in just a short period of time from now. So keep doing the great work. Keep going. Keep grinding. And much love, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Have a good one, guys. Talk soon.
Thank you.
All right. So, the WeGrow team in the house yet again. My first double appearance. The first time I've had a guest on twice here on the Loncar Live podcast. So, that was a very exciting show, exciting podcast. Got me excited to hear about the up and coming stuff that's going to be announced from the WeGrow team. And obviously, just like the first time that they came on, is no doubt there's a group of collective minds there with a massive level of intelligence, and then obviously when you combine high intelligence with hard work, good things always come. And that was exciting, man. It got me real excited, man. I need to maybe look and see. As I always say, I'm not a financial advisor doing research, but it got me so excited. I need to figure out what tokens or whatnot I need to sell or move to get some more WeGrow in my possession. Shout out again to the WeGrow team. And again, all their links are in the chat: Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, Discord, Facebook, and of course the WeGrowCoin.com with everything you need to know about the team, the roadmap, and everything up and coming for the project. Yes, Jared Level 1 project appears to be solid. Hell yeah. Good stuff. And, obviously, one of the things that really is still just sticking out in my mind right now is layer 2 blockchain. There are infinite tokens out there that are supported as WeGrow is right now on a bigger blockchain. Right now they're on the BNB Binance blockchain. There's obviously a very large amount of tokens that are on the Ethereum blockchain, the Solana blockchain, the big blockchains. And to hear that they are going to be rolling out their own blockchain and on their own native, they'll be their own native token at that point. That's big time stuff. That's exciting stuff. And obviously these guys are doing big things. And we'll see if I can make it happen and make some magic happen, get down to Miami in a couple weeks. I might really try and do that. That sounds amazing to get down there and meet the team in person. And like I said, I've always been a big fan of South Beach. I've always wanted to get my wife down there. So I'll see if I can make that happen for real. Shout out again to the WeGro team for coming on. And as I was talking about a little bit ago, if you follow them on Twitter already, then you are aware they do this, obviously not with Loncar Live background, but they do a weekly AMA. They do a weekly meeting with the team talking about things they've been working on, upcoming plans over on their own channel. And you can actually watch the team and listen to the team talk about up and coming things and all of their news directly on Twitter. And again, twitter.com/WeGrowCoin. The link for that Twitter channel, for the Twitter channel, is in the chat. And yeah, come to Miami. I'll make it happen. Yeah, chat revoked in the house. What's up, brother? So again, shout out to WeGro. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming on. It's been a great, informative, entertaining show yet again with them. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys being here. I love this stream. I love being a host. And I'm looking forward to having them back on in time, to seeing even more progression and news from them. So keep it going, guys. Expansion, expand, hard work. Keep it going. Much love to the WeGro team. Much love to all of you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys very much. And Jared1101 says, you can tell a lot about a project just by listening to the devs for a bit. Cheers to that. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Take you in the white fishing offshore? Hell yeah, contrast. Okay, guys. Well, yo, shout again to WeGro. Much love to you guys. And I'll see you guys next time. In fact, I'll be back on stream with my wife tomorrow night for my home game on America's Card Room. Until then, stay safe. Adios. If you liked this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, which is free. And don't forget to click the bell, which will let you know when any new video has been uploaded to my YouTube channel. If you want to catch my streams live, I'm currently streaming all day Wednesdays and all day Sundays over at twitch.tv under the username Loncar Poker. Thanks for watching.